Hey everybody, Essence here, and welcome to Woo and Witchy Wednesdays. It's my first one. I'm really excited about this. And today we are doing a spell to release a bad habit. So maybe it's procrastination, cursing, snacking, second guessing yourself. Okay, take a moment to think about what bad habit you want to release. I want to talk a little bit about like take any fear out of spells. What is being a witch? What is magic? Very brief. Here we go. I call myself in private like a woo witch, and I think of it like a modern day witch. It's a woman who isn't not affiliated with any particular religion, doesn't necessarily call on any deities to do spell work. She's someone who is loves nature. She's into different divination methods, maybe like tarot or oracle cards, or using a pendulum. Um, she's a healer or an empath, like heavily uses her intuition. She's into divine feminine. Like that's what I look like a modern day, which is, oh, and don't forget the crystals and the sage, right? And magic is simple definition. Magic is impressing your will upon the world. Okay, so simply, let's just say a woman wants to attract love. So she writes out her desires of her mate on a piece of paper and then puts it in an envelope with some rose petals and then does this visualization to seal it all in, right? This is magic. She's impressing her will for a relationship onto the world, right? And she's just like letting it go and allowing magic, which is just energy, universal forces to happen. A month later, she's at Starbucks and backs into a guy, and they, oh, sorry, start laughing, and end up exchanging numbers, and then they start dating. That's magic. You Somebody's in need of a job, and then they run into their high school friend that they haven't seen in 10 years, and they get into a conversation, and the person says that their company's hiring, and then they get them a job. A wish is magic, right? Because you have this desire, something you want, you don't necessarily know how it's going to be created, and so you impress your will upon the world. That is magic. We all do it all of the freaking time. There's nothing to fear. And a spell is basically, it's a way we like use symbolism to impress our intention upon the world. So let's look at this breaking a bad habit. Let's say the bad habit is cursing. You could say, you know what, I want to stop cursing, and 10 minutes later you might find yourself cursing. But if you do like a spell or a ritual, you could still possibly find yourself cursing in 10 minutes, but now there would be a different awareness because you created that symbolism around it, and like that alert will go off like, oh crap, I just said shit. And the more you become aware of it because you set the intention and you energized it by creating a spell around it, now there'll be more awareness when you go to say the word. It may pop into your mind, you become aware of it, and then you don't let it out of your mouth. And then as time goes on, you start to use different words in place of those curse words. So it's really about symbolism. So you could say, you know what, I'm going to stop second guessing myself. But then if you create a ritual around it, or spell around it, put more energy and intention into your desire, you'll have more luck or magic with creating that result in your life. Any rituals, ceremonies, or magic that I do is for me, is for my life. Anything I bring here will be for you. Nothing is about like doing a spell to attract your ex back or something like that. It's all about you being a better version of you and you calling in the things you desire into your life. Okay? Nothing weird or scary about this. It can be fun if you allow it. All right, so let's dive in. Here's what you're going to need for today. You're going to need, can't remember if I said this. You're going to need, I don't think I did. You're going to need a burning bowl, or what I used to use was a pot with a little bit of water in it. And yeah, and then you're going to need lighter or matches. You'll need a pen and a little small slip of paper. The smaller, the easier it is to burn. And please don't use a candle. Before, I tried to use a candle to burn my paper, and legit, the windowsill caught on fire. So don't use a candle. All right, and whatever you do, make sure you are creating safety. Be very cautious with this. Okay, so what I want you to do now we're just diving in. You've pressed pause, collected your supplies, and now what you're going to do is you're going to think about what you want to release. What habit is it that you want to release? Okay, now that you have it in mind, I want you to close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths. So let's breathe in together and exhale. Another breath in and exhale. One more time and exhale. With your eyes closed, again, bring to mind that habit you want to release. Next, I want you to see yourself, like visualize it. What does it look like when you're doing it or experiencing it? How does it feel? Maybe think about the last time that you did it. And then now I want you to think about how you're going to feel about yourself on the other side of it once you're free, once you've let this thing go. How are you going to feel about yourself? And I'll place a little smile on your face to seal in that feeling. Okay, and so now you can open your eyes and take your paper and write down the habit you're releasing. So you may say something like, I am now releasing blank. Okay. So the next thing that I want you to do, just give me 1 second, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so the next thing that I want you to do is take your paper in your hands and you're going to fold it away from you. So like the crease is going to be towards you. Okay, and then fold it again, folding it away from you where the crease is towards you. Okay. And now I want you to repeat after me 3 times. Break the cycle, start anew. Let the fire burn this habit through. Break the cycle, start anew. Let the fire burn this habit through. One last time. Break the cycle. Start anew. Let the fire burn this habit through. Okay, so if you have your cauldron, you can go ahead and light this. If you are using the pot with water, you may want to light this first before you drop it in. And so go ahead and light it. And as it begins to burn, see this dissolving with the smoke. See that habit being released, dissolving, moving, floating away, being burned away. You know, one thing I'm feeling called to say is like, I am free. I am done. Like, I'm done with mine. Okay. Awesome. So that is it. Now just let the magic happen. You don't have to be hyper vigilant about watching yourself. The awareness will hit you if you find yourself back in that. Magic doesn't do all the work, you still have to do some. Right? So when it comes up for you to be mindful of that thing, that's you doing your part. Okay, this is intention and awareness, and you can do it. Whatever you're releasing, you can do it. I believe in you. You are stronger than that habit. All right, and I will talk to you later.